What's going on, everybody? My name is Impulse, and welcome back to our Create Mod world. Well, it's our Hermitcraft Season 8 factory that we are now doing Create Mod in, and you might notice right off the bat some things have changed, and that's because, well, I learned a valuable lesson today, people. I tried to log into this world without actually having the Create Mod loaded, and as you can imagine, it didn't like that very much. In fact, it deleted everything we had done last video. So I'm currently streaming and we are redoing all of it, which means we get a chance to actually do some improvements. One of the pieces of feedback I got last episode was that we were using the creative motors a little too much, and it was taken away from some of the fun we could have had with some cogs and things like that. So I've so far in the stream rebuilt our cocoa bean farm, and we've even made it a little more efficient, I guess you could say. Some less parts and things like that. And we've got our conveyor belt, which I've added a little die to make it look a little cooler. So this part is back up and running already. We've got our cocoa beans coming, and of course getting launched over. You can see we changed this up just a little bit, starting to use some of the 45-degree belts. And then in here, I took some feedback from you guys as well in the YouTube comments, and that we should have hanging apparatus, have it hanging from the ceiling. And you can see we're catching the cocoa beans with a chute, and we're bringing them over this conveyor belt and into our basin with our mixer. You can see all this got deleted, so we're currently rebuilding all of this, but I lost everything, right? So we had to rebuild this, and I also lost our milking farm, our cow milker. And I thought, you know what? Let's make the cow part even more fun. So this is kind of a good thing. It was kind of a bummer to have everything deleted, but the fact that now we can go rebuild things and actually reimagine how we're doing it, if I can figure out where I'm going, we can make this even more fun. So get through the door. All right. So what I want to do today is turn our cow milking farm into a carousel. Get it? Carousel. And so this is what we're working on so far. I've got this thing. It's spinning around and around. You guys know what a carousel looks like, except in this case, we're going to put cows on here. And we discovered this really cool thing, thanks to my chat, where there's seats. There's actually seats here. And if we take the cows and we push them onto their seat, they kind of lock in place there. And then as it goes round and round, they actually stay put. Which means as this goes around, we could use our little poker device and poke each one as it goes past and get milk. So I'm going to build that up on stream right now, and we're going to have an even more fun way of milking cows when this is all said and done. Unfortunately, when this machine turns off, the cow tends to eject. In this case, it seems like he's in place still, but sometimes they eject off there. So we might have to leave this thing running forever, but this is going to be so much fun. And the carousel is in action. Look at this go. It is now milking it. We're flinging the empty buckets back into the funnel here so it can go into the, what's this thing called? I always want to call it a poker, but I think it's got a deployer is its name. And you can see milking the cow, you hear it go, goes into the drain there, and then next one milks it again, and then the next one should fill it up, and you'll see, oh, there it goes. You can see the milk pumping into our temporary container that we're making right here. In fact, I will make this container stay here, and we'll use it as a bit of a buffer, and then we can take some pipes and then filter these out. We're gonna need to pump it out basically over to where we're mixing up the chocolate, which is exactly how I had the pipe running before, kind of down through here, and then I kind of cut through here just to avoid all the things. I brought it through here. So I'm gonna put in some piping now like we had before, and we should be able to get it over to the mixing chamber. All right, the milk is coming in. We've got all the pipes, all the pumps in place. Is it gonna make it into the basin? No, it's one block short. Of course. Oh, we were one short. So this pump we put in is just one short from making it. All right, I guess I have to move this guy now. What a bummer. Let's see if we place it. Of course, I'm one short. We are using some creative motors still here just to make life easy, but let's go ahead and put that in. And now we will try this again. I'll wait for the milk to pump in, and hopefully now it will make it all the way around. All right, take two. Let's see if it makes it all the way this time. Here it goes. It went past that one and into the basin it goes. It's filling up and we're back to basically where we left off last time. I have 2 of the 3 ingredients done, cocoa beans, milk, and next up is sugar, which we're going to start on right now. So, I mean, hey, we lost some progress. We did some rebuilding, but I think it's looking better this time. So I'm excited about this. Now, I'm going to go build a sugarcane farm. I know I have one in the world, but it's a bit far off in the distance in my little industrial district over there. So I'm going to build up another one. I'm probably not going to use too much create mod for that. We'll just use standard old sugarcane farm, but we will need to use some create mod action to convert it from the cane to the actual sugar. So that will be fun, and I'll probably bring it in somewhere over here. So, okay, time to get building. Well, good news, people. We now have a sugarcane farm, and if you recognize this, well, it's probably because you've seen it on my channel many years ago. I stuck with the vanilla way of making sugarcane, and our slime block contraption here is basically just pushing all the sugarcane as it grows based on an etho hopper timer clock here that's going to go off every about 6 minutes or so. Actually 3 minutes per side here. We've got it alternating, and there's some chunk borders I got to stop crossing because I feel a little lagged here. But as this goes, it will yeet the sugarcane. I said yeet again. I'm going to try to do that once in video, I think, onto the conveyor belt, and then it goes all the way up into here. In fact, let me just go ahead and demonstrate so you guys can see it in action. I'll grab some sugarcane. There we go. Got the sugarcane coming up the belt now and onto these crushers here. And this is actually what's going to turn it into sugar from the sugarcane. So you can kind of see it animating right there as it's crushing it. And now it's bringing it in over here to our mixer, our final ingredient, finally getting added to our mixer. And you'll see what happens as the sugarcane comes in. We've got a filter on the smart pump here saying we only want to filter out the chocolate milk as it comes through. And here's it getting mixed into, and there we go. We got an advancement for it even. Mixing it up, indeed. As it comes through, we'll start to see the chocolate getting pumped into our fluid container here, which now has 28,000 millibuckets. You guys told me MB stands for millibuckets. I trust you. We've got 28,000 millibuckets in here, which I believe now 29 means we could take 29 buckets of milk, chocolate milk, that is, out of this container. But that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to just come in here and grab milk out of this container. No, you guys know what the next thing is. We got to pump it on over to this pipe here, which leads into the candy garden. And then we're going to finally make our chocolate waterfall. Aerate the chocolate in the candy garden. You guys know we've been talking about it since day one, and I am excited to do it. This is actually looking so much better than the first version. So in a way, I'm super glad that things got wiped out. Yeah, we did take a couple hours to get back to where we started, but improvements were made along the way. All right, more progress has been made. The sugarcane farm, I put a few more layers on it, and we are producing quite a bit now. And of course, you can see the chocolate is starting to add up. I've added this pipe on because you guys know we got to bring it on over into the candy garden, and I have turned it off here using one of these valves because we need to configure the other part first. And you can see I'm kind of using this little trick just to save, I guess, on some of the pipes, just to make something a little different here. We got a container at the end of this, and then of course that pipe is going through this over here, which you can kind of see from the outside. It's kind of nice to be able to look in and see that pipe transporting the chocolate, but from the side here it just looks like it's completely solid going through, which is pretty cool. And then we'll come into here and we are ready for the next part. We need to actually start dumping the chocolate instead of this fake waterfall here, or chocolate fall. We got to dump actual chocolate down into this river. Now, if we just have it coming out, it's just going to be one source of chocolate that flows down, like a single source, and that's not going to be good enough. So instead, we need to actually pump in all the chocolate we make using a hose pulley, and I've never used one of these before, so I don't know how it works. I guess we have to put that on, and it's got to pump into this guy, so I'm not sure which direction it really needs to face, right? And I think maybe that's it. And then we could hand crank it, I guess, for now, because we really don't need it constantly moving or anything. So if we pop on a hand crank and then start turning that, you see it's starting to go down, and I guess we'll just keep turning it until it hits the bottom. And I kind of dug out an area there, and let's see how far it'll go here. Oh yeah, we got to bring it down. I hope it can reach all the way down to this level here, and then I want to fill up an entire layer of the river with chocolate. So let's get this all the way down until I guess it'll just stop once it hits the bottom. Okay, that stopped moving, which means I think this has now hit the bottom. And this is all going to get covered up because we are going to actually have a chocolate flowing down in place of this fake waterfall. But I think now if we go open the valve up, I think we're going to start to see this fill up with chocolate. All right, let's turn the valve here. You can see it is now green, and we should start seeing the chocolate flowing back through into this tank, and then hopefully being pulled by this motor and this pump over here through the pipes. And we'll go back on the other side and see if it's actually coming all the way through. Oh, it's happening. Chocolate is starting to come out here at the bottom of the pump. Look at that. Yep, one bucket at a time. This may take a little while to fill up this entire river here, but I think that's going to be perfect. One level of chocolate here. You'll see like the boat will seem like it's now floating on the chocolate. It'll be level with this. That'll be about perfect. I can't wait to just have this entire thing fill up. This might take a really long time though. So I think while it's doing that, let's try to make this look like an actual chocolate fall. Instead of this, we're gonna have to cover up all these bits here. I did add a pump here just to make sure we were pumping the chocolate into this guy. I think I can remove that now. We don't need that. And let's just grab some buckets and cover this whole thing up. All right, I'm gonna be pretty liberal with this. Like I said, we want to hide all this, and it flowing everywhere is actually kind of a good thing. So here we go. Let's see how this looks. Hopefully it spreads out pretty nicely. All right, it's looking pretty good. I think I can probably do one more here, and that will make it look even better, and then I can live with it. Oh, this is so much nicer than what was there before. All right, well, this is going to keep pumping in chocolate, and eventually, like I said, this whole thing's going to fill up. So all we can really do now is wait. But to give you guys an idea of what the next move is going to be is once this fills all the way up and works its way over to this side of this room, we need to then actually pump it back up. You can see that's what this was meant to emulate right here, is it getting pumped back up and then brought into our actual room down here. And once it gets into this room, this is where we were actually constructing candy bars. So you can see the pipes are now coming in here through that room there. We're going to change this up a little bit and turn it into a candy bar processing room right in here. So we're going to make the candy bars. We're going to make it look like they're getting wrapped into wrappers and things like that. And we're going to have much more fun with the Create mod once this is done. So since it's going to take a long time, I guess I'll just leave myself AFK here. We're making chocolate with all the machines in the carousel. Actually, somebody in chat came up with a much better name for it. You probably saw the title of this video because I couldn't help myself. It's the Dairy Go Round. It was pretty cool. In fact, let's go take another look at that. And here we are. Cow's still going round and round on the Dairy Go Round. I love it. However, I think we're full. Right? The buckets, there's nowhere for it to go. We've got this whole thing is full with milk. So this thing kind of was a little too productive. So the cows are getting a little bit of a break right now and just enjoying their ride, I suppose. And I think I figured out why this system's not currently running. It looks like this has stopped for some reason. Maybe because I logged out and logged back in. So I think we just need to give this a little nudge to get it going again. There we go. All right, we broke some of it right here. That's not good because it kind of got stuck in the blocks there, but at least, okay, there we go. Well, this was producing too many cocoa beans before, so I guess we'll just let this run now. I keep going across another chunk border that is doing the laggy bit, but yeah, now this is going to start bringing us the cocoa beans back, launching them over. You guys know how this works, catching them in here, bringing them over, and if we look in the basin right now, yeah, it is definitely waiting for cocoa beans. You can see it's got the sugar, it's got the milk, and it's waiting to create some more chocolate, and we're running low now since it's actually, you can see it actively draining out of the container, and that means it's going into the factory like I showed you. So this is coming along awesome. We're gonna do so much more decoration in here. We're gonna have some like catwalks to build that we can kind of come up the stairs and walk across and see all these things from a cool view. I like that everything's hanging from the ceiling, and we are finally pumping chocolate into the chocolate river. So yeah, I'm super happy with our progress today, and that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that before you go. And with that said, I'll see you again next time. Have a good one, everyone.